quarterback, I believe, that went in the third round as well. And it's just like, I have never seen that talented of a group of quarterbacks in the third round. I was shocked that they made it past the second round. I was absolutely just dumbfounded, especially Malik Willis. That just was so confusing to me. So, anyways, now moving on to their fourth round pick, Brandon Smith, linebacker out of Penn State. Just another solid guy adding to the defense. Same with Barno below that. This defense is solid, but still needs some pieces here and there to fill in to make this defense elite again, like it once was. Then they got Cade Mays, offensive guard out of Tennessee. Cade Mays fell so far. This was a guy I thought was a day 2 guy, and he ends up being pick 199, just like Tom Brady, in the 6th round. And I was just confused. This year's draft was just so odd. Like, obviously, it's the NFL draft, and you're not going to be able to predict something perfectly. And I believe that every year the best mock drafts are only something like 25 or 30% correct, something like that. And it's just like this year, nobody predicted anything. Nobody knew anything about this draft. It was also just scattered all over the place. And Cade Mays is another great example of that. Cade Mays is a guy that I was really excited to see go in the 2nd, 3rd round and be an impact guy from day one. And I still think he can be an impact guy from day one for this Panthers team. So yet another steal for this team right there in the 6th round. Then they got Kalen Barnes, cornerback out of Baylor. And same thing here, just another guy. I didn't think he would have been a 2nd or 3rd rounder. I thought Kalen Barnes, would have been more like a probably like a 5th rounder, maybe a late 4th rounder. Kalen ran the 2nd fastest 40-yard dash in NFL history at the combine, and that really shot his draft stock up, or at least I thought it would. He ran a 4.23, so nobody is going to outrun this guy. I mean, you got a 7th round pick who runs a 4.23 40, and he can be a return specialist for you. He can guard any receiver in the league speed wise. Now, obviously, man to man, all that stuff. Is he going to go up and stiff a wide receiver in midair and block the pass? I doubt it. I don't know if he's that guy, but I'll tell you what, for a 7th round cornerback, he's not going to get beat. Nobody's going to beat him over the top. If they're going to beat him, it's going to be on some crazy wild catch over top of him because nobody's faster than him. There's one person in NFL history who had a faster combine, and his name is John Ross. And what does he do now? I'm pretty sure he works at Dick's Sporting Goods. I got a solid bet he works at Dick's Sporting Goods. So I'm just kidding. I really hate the way John Ross's career went, but that's another story for another day. Anyways, so best pick from this draft for the Carolina Panthers, I am going to go with Ike Ekwonu simply because I know I hate taking those early 1st round guys because clearly they should be your best guy. But it's simple as this. Ike should have never been there at 6 for them. He really should not have. They should not have had to pick between the 2 offensive linemen there. It should have been whoever fell to them, or they trade out of the top 10. That should have been what happened to the Carolina Panthers, but it's not. They got really lucky, and Ike Ekwonu fell to them. So with that being said, Ike is my number 1 pick here for the Carolina Panthers. As for their draft grade, I've kind of bounced back and forth with this. I gave the Falcons an A, and I said they had the best. So with that being said, a close behind, I'm going to give them an A-. I'm going to give the Carolina Panthers an A-, and it's like right on the edge of being a B. So I'm going to give them a 9.0 out of 10, just barely over that A- line. 8.9 would be a B+. So I'm going to give them an A-, but it's close A-. So yes, Carolina Panthers get an A- for me, and their top pick is Ike Ekwonu.
Yeah, so if you guys are following us over here on the blog section over at manhourradio.com, our blogger of the Carolina Panthers, Andrew, wrote a great article about this guy, and he is absolutely in love with White's pick there, and he thinks he's going to do